Yo, first and foremost, shout out to Philly. Yo, shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to the Eagles, the champions. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Jalen Hurts. Yo, like I followed him in college, and I don't know if y'all remember, but like that boy was benched. And when he was benched for Tua, like it was looking dark. And then look at him now. Look at him now. It just shows no matter what vertical that you're in, man, you can make it. You're gonna have your ups and your downs and your struggles, but you're still gonna make it through, man. You were still gonna make it through. So yeah. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, world champions. You know what I mean? With them Chiefs ass. You know what I mean? I loved it. I loved watching. I thought they were going to cheat in the beginning, but like luckily, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. The birds were going to fly this day, right? Yo, let's talk about the halftime show. You're right. Everyone talking about this halftime show, right? Here are my thoughts. Yo, the show on second watch, it was fire. The symbolism, everything that man did, everything that he put into his music, everything that we saw, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it has so much replay value. It has so much replay value. I think it was just an amazing show of just his thought process and how he's trying to elevate the people, and he's for the people. But that's not even what we're talking about, right? People are talking about, was it boring, right? And when you compare it to the other Super Bowls, and you look at that performance as a standalone thing, it wasn't the most entertaining halftime show, right? Especially if you look at the context, like people are drinking, people are out there partying. I mean, if you know Kendrick, you already know that's what he was gonna do. But if you didn't, you were watching that halftime show compared to other halftime shows. It wasn't as entertaining as other halftime shows. So when people call it boring, it might be boring, but it was very informative. It was not exciting as a show, but it was exciting for the culture. It's exciting for the moment. It's an exciting time in history because of what he stood for, right? But my next point is this one, right? When did we become a culture just shaming each other? Like, if people don't agree, you always got to say, like, it went over their head. It did not go over a lot of people's heads. Like, it can be informative, but it doesn't have to be exciting, right? Information doesn't have to be delivered in an exciting way. And he had delivered a lot of information, a lot of wealth, a lot of things people are going to watch over and over for years to come. But don't say it was the most exciting thing that you've ever seen. And if people don't say it's exciting, don't then say, oh, well, it went over your heads. Because it didn't go over a lot of people's heads. They just weren't in that mind state at that point in time. So it can be informative. It can be powerful. It can be motivating. It can be uplifting. But it doesn't also have to be exciting. So if people say it wasn't exciting, you don't have to say, oh, well, it must have went over your heads. Because the message wasn't meant to be delivered in the most exciting way. It was meant to be delivered, and that's what he did. So shout out to him. I'm Adi Impossible, your relationship and wealth strategist. Relationships are more complex than ever. Don't go it alone. Ladies and fellas, DM me right here at Adi Impossible, right? Send me a message. Go to the website. Send an email. Like, we could talk about it. We can definitely get these things done. I have programs. I have one-on-ones to get you through whatever relationship hump you might be going through. Like, shit is not easy out here. And too many of y'all try to handle it alone. Like your relationship might be the most important thing going on in your life right now. Like, you have to get it right. You have to get it right, sir. You have to get it right, man. So don't go it alone. Don't go it alone. Get some help. Because sometimes it's just that little bit of help that'll save your relationship and get you over the hump to the next part of life. If my style resonates with you and you see value in it, then yeah, reach out. It's Valentine's week, fellas. So if you're lucky enough to have a lucky lady at home and that's your old lady, yo, man, treat her right. Take her out. Yo, look, I don't be liking to go out on Valentine's Day. I'm not going to hold you, but it's always good to talk to some people because they're like, yo, man, it's Valentine's Day. And even if you don't like it and you think it's the most silliest, stupidest, consumerism-ridden things, none of that matters, because if she want to go, like, take her. You know what I mean? Especially if she been good to you. Yeah, just take her. Just go out. You have a good time. You come home, you chill. Me, I'm gonna take a lot of pictures, because that way, in the future, when she says you don't take me nowhere, I can pull them pictures up. You see? You know what I mean? It works both ways, man. It works both ways. Definitely don't skimp. Don't be stingy. Don't be. Oh man, you know it's consumerism. We know all that. We all know all that. But like sometimes, especially out here, like if you got a good one, you already know what it's hitting for outside, man. So definitely take care of that one. Keep everybody happy. Keep the family intact, and just have a great Valentine's. But yo, look, it's Monday, man. It's Monday. I've had interventions. I've had one-on-ones. I've interviewed hundreds of women. And what I can say is, a lot of times it's not malice, it's ignorance. They don't really know a lot of the things. And I tell everyone watching to keep an open mind, right? To keep an open mind. Don't try to get too angry or like too upset. Like, yeah, this nigga. Look. Just take a step back and try to see different points of view. Critical thinking is a thing, right? Critical thinking, comprehension is all a thing, and it's a skill we should have more of. So when I do these things, right, I'm trying to look at both sides. Of course, I have that male perspective, but I've talked to so many women. We have went to therapy and counseling and different sessions, so I see what their perspective is too. So I try not to come down on them so hard. But and then sometimes it's just necessary, yo. Like sometimes some people don't listen, right? Like some people are here to argue, they're here to fight. Yo, those are the ones that like we can just push to the side. Like let them do what they do, right? Let them do what they do. Like if you are a man of value, you should be able to find a woman that resonates with your energy, right? Like, why stay in a relationship? Like, if she's not listening, she's not trying to do X, Y, and Z. Like, why stay in the relationship and then bitch about it? Why not just go out and get something better, right? Like, if you got Halle Berry talent, well, then you should be with a Halle Berry type chick. But if you are trying to get a Halle Berry, but every chick that you get is a Rasputia type John, maybe Rasputia is the level you can get. I tell the same thing for the women. Like if you're trying to get a 6-figure dude, but all you getting is bums and hobos, then that's pretty much all you can get. Bums and hobos, right? This also applies in business, right? Like if you're getting $50 jobs and you want $1,000 jobs, like you were talking shit telling me you can get $1,000 job anytime you want, but you're sitting here taking $50 jobs. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, guys. So just keep it real with yourself, and let's try to get to it. The thing about men with options most of the time is they don't like to fight, right? So ladies, like if you're always in and out of relationships, like if the men aren't staying around and they keep leaving, you don't know that they are ghosting you, it's not them, right? It's not them. If it continues to occur over and over again, and it's with different men, then it's something you're doing. This is what I help a lot of women with. Like, a lot of times they don't understand what they are doing wrong in the relationship that like keeps them from going to the next level. Like a lot of our black women want to be married, right? Want to be in good relationships. They want stable families. They aren't trying to be out here, oh, I'm good single. That's just something a lot of women say because they can't find what they want, or like they haven't succeeded in actually finding what they want. So as long as you can keep it a being with me, I'll keep it a being with you. You know what I mean? I'm not here to argue and fight. You know what I mean? I'm just here to talk and just shed some light on some of the relationship issues people might face. Yo, look, if you were trying to come up, if you're trying to come on the show, yo, DM me. Look, if you're trying to come up, you're trying to be on the show, DM me at Audi Impossible. Like, we can talk it out. Like, I know a lot of people don't agree with a lot of the points that I make, but look, these are the facts. And these are how things work. And this is why we're in the situation that we're in now. And we're just trying to make it better. If I can bring more smiles to more people's faces, then I've done my job. If I can make someone see a different perspective and have an aha moment, yo, then I've done my job. Right? Yo, so a lot of these little reasons of why people are single and they're dating around and around. And look, you can't build no wealth being single, man. You can build a little bit, but come on. 2 heads are better than 1. 2 incomes are better than 1. You can build a stable home, a stable family if you have 2. Like if you want to put the best life forward for your children. Yes, I know there are a lot of great single parents out there. Shout out to you. But if there were two of you, it'd be better. Those are the facts. Those are the statistics. Like, if you want to get into statistics, we can get into that too. But yo, this is what I want to cover tonight, right? So two heads are better than one. And if you can't agree with that, oh, you ain't going to like the rest of it. You ain't going to like the rest of it because everything is built off of that foundational value right there. I believe men should be providers and men should be leaders. And I do believe if you are that and you meet the right one, then submission comes with it, right? Submission comes naturally. Like, they know, oh, you're going to submit to me. Look, the problem is you're picking the wrong one, bro. You're picking the one who has no inclination to submit no matter what you do, right? There are two things, right? Either you aren't the leader that you think you are, right? If it happens often, over and over and over, and if you're meeting like 10 women and none of them submit to you, nigga, it's on you. Sorry. There are more women out here than any time ever. So honestly, finding the right one that's gonna rock with what you have planned, it shouldn't be that difficult, right? Because honestly, like, if you find one and she ain't rocking with it, yo, dump her and go find somebody else. Like you ain't doing nobody any favors staying with somebody you don't want to stay with, who isn't respecting you, who isn't understanding the value or the leadership that you bring. If you're really that kind of leader, then go find somebody else, right? Right? Go find somebody else. Look, there's accountability on both sides here, man. There are too many people trying to fit square pegs into round holes. Okay, she's not listening. She's not doing this. Well, then why you still with her, bro? Why you still with her, bro? Like, give her the deuces. And you're blocking your blessings at the same time. Because if there is somebody out there better for you, they're not going to appear until that door closes most of the time. Lastly, I had ran into a woman that I did business with not too long ago. And she was like, man, you know what, Adi? I don't like your content. So I'm like, why? She was like, man, because you make women look bad. I'm like, yo, I ask questions and they answer. And then she's like, well, where are you getting them from? Because this isn't how all women think. And I had to tell her, I was like, look, I don't have no magic wand where I'm just bringing the like worst of the worst up here. This is how a lot of people think. And even if it doesn't resonate with you, young lady, there's part of some of the things that you heard that actually does resonate with you, because why else are you mad? Because why else are you mad? Why else are you angry? Like, some of the stuff that was being said, you have those traits. So look, I tell people, man, look, keep an open mind. Don't be so emotional. Like, that's why people aren't growing, man. People are gonna do what they want to do. But what's funny is, as soon as I'm having a speed dating event, guess who's the first one to register? She always like, oh, where's all the men at? Da 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 da. So what I'm saying is, a lot of these things you guys might not want to accept, but it's true. And if you can find those faults and then resolve them, you'll make yourself a much more attractive and higher value option in the marketplace. Because believe it or not, it's a marketplace, it's a competition. We'll even get into that on another day, how, like, if you don't compete, you ain't gonna eat. I'm telling you, like, you aren't that beautiful where you don't have to compete. Like, everyone competes, especially if you are trying to get something of value. Tonight's interview, fellas, I want you guys to listen to some of the things this woman has to say, right? I think it's very important that we hear different perspectives and different points of view, because then it should spark something within you to just kind of take that and be like, I wonder if I'm seeing this in my relationship. I wonder if I can nip this in the bud before it goes too far. And for the ladies, like, I want you guys too to actually look at this stuff and be like, you know what? I see that. I've done that. I don't understand that. Oh, I do understand that. I've been there before. I don't want to be there again. Because at the end of the day, we're just trying to bring people together, right? So let's get into it. Yo, this ain't your regular interview, because all of a sudden my shit isn't regular. Look, the first part, picking the wrong men, and then even dating a homeless man, right? This is what the first segment is. I want you to listen to some of these things, and I want to see, have you guys actually seen this before? Have you heard this kind of stuff before? Or is this brand new to y'all? Because, man, it sounded like it was normal to me. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship? That was like Actual relationship, because some of these be situationships, and I really don't know. But the last one that we had a title and everything, that was
Mm.
2019.
Okay. And what happened in that relationship?
That dude was crazy, crazy as shit.
What is crazy as shit?
No, like he would talk to himself and have these soliloquies where he would be talking to me, but not really talking to me. But my last straw was when he started screaming in my ear while we were driving, and then like tried to pull my steering wheel and pull the little lever that goes from brake to drive and all that stuff.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow. What attracted you to him? Was he like an environmentalist too? Was he picking up trash and that had turned you on? Like what happened?
He was a musician. He is a musician and an artist. And
Okay.
he just seemed like kind of outside the box. He seemed kind of like me. And then when we met, he was a gentleman. Like he held the door open for me. And he seemed strange then, but it seemed like good strange, you know. Well, I invited him to my place because he didn't have a place to stay, and we started off trying to do the platonic thing. But once he got a job, once he got set up, once he had money come in, that's when he switched up how he was acting towards me.
Wait. Okay. So this is a lot to break down. You said when y'all met, he didn't have a place to stay. Like, what does that mean?
Like being homeless, literally homeless.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hellcat. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Yeah,
Hold up. So you took a homeless man in?
I did. I mean, I didn't know he was homeless when we met, but eventually I
Wait,
found.
wait, hold on. How did he play that off?
How did he dress nice? He kept himself up and he dressed nice. But no, when I took him in, I knew he was homeless. It's like you have no place else to go. We had a whole conversation, multiple conversations before
Okay.
we had the conversation where he explained his situation. And well, from his perspective, you know, he was saying his last relationship didn't work out, put all the blame on that person, said he's
Okay.
homeless because of that person, you know, as people do. And then I
Yo.
felt bad.
Okay.
You know what? I got a place. Nobody's here right now. You could stay.
Where was he staying before you had let him stay in your place?
Literally on the street.
Yo. So
Because he
how
said
did he
like
dress?
he had woke up shivering and stuff. That's why I felt bad.
Wait. So how did he dress nice though?
I don't know. I would have to spend a day out on the street with him to find that out.
Did you let him stay with you because he was attractive though, or like you were like attracted to him, or like was it just out of the kindness of your heart?
It was definitely the kindness, but yeah, it was the kindness. But at the same time, how do I put this? He didn't seem that off. Like how off a person is can make them unattractive.
Okay.
So if he had been rambling and going on soliloquies at first, I would have never said, "Hey, come stay with me."
In this next segment, you'll actually hear how it's not only her who is doing this. This isn't an isolated thing, guys. It's not isolated. Like, this is wild. This is wild. And I want you guys to see how it correlates when women want to meet men who are making six figures and then what they actually settle for. But okay, rambling and going on soliloquies, man, because when I think of like a homeless person doing it, they're like staring at the wall and they're like yelling at full, full volume and stuff like that. Is that what he was doing, or like was he just walking around, kind of grasping at air? I don't know. Like, what was he doing that had made you be like, this dude is off?
Um, he would just talk for a while. Sometimes it's directed at me, but I could tell at some points it's not. But it seemed more spiritual and mystical at the time. And then once he got comfortable and he was in my place and he had a job, he was able to buy his own whatever he wanted. He started buying alcohol. And that's when he did the spacing out, yelling, those type of rambling,
Ah.
violent rambling. Like my car broke down one time and he helped out one time, but that was it.
I heard a lot of things. I heard a lot of things. Um, but I haven't heard that one before. So
Well,
okay.
it's pretty normal, but we don't like to talk about it. Like me and my homegirls,
Uh huh.
we'll talk about it amongst each other, but it's not stuff we want to brag on. Like, oh, I let this homeless dude in and he ruined my life. we,
Wait,
don't normally, we don't normally discuss that outside of the homegirl circle.
wait. Are there other homegirls that you know that have picked homeless dudes up?
Yes.
Wait a minute. So wait. We're about to uncover some things. Look, right?
Yes.
So wait. All these girls that are online and saying like they like want these like rich dudes and all this stuff, are they the same girls that are picking up like homeless dudes?
Probably. And if you think about it, maybe they feel like they deserve it because they've been done bad. I
Yeah.
wasn't looking for anything when I
Okay.
met that guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I felt like we were attracted to each other. And then I also felt like I could help.
Okay. This segment kind of pissed me off, right? And I want you guys to just pay attention, right? 2 kids with a meth addict and then still no personal accountability. I tried to bring it out of it, but it just wasn't budging. And I want you ladies to also kind of weigh in on this. Like when does the accountability kick in? Like was it not her fault? Or was she tricked? Was she love bombed into this? This is very important. Like we have to start to come to a consensus on these things. What was your last relationship before that one?
I think the last one was with my children's father.
How many kids do you have?
2.
Okay. And what is the age of your youngest one?
7. He just turned 7.
He had just turned 7. So like that like definitely makes dating like a little more difficult, right?
No, it's the same.
So like they like don't care that you have children or how exactly does that conversation even occur?
Well, I usually bring up my kids or somebody will ask me, but I love my kids, so they're all I ever talk about. And their dad has custody, so I definitely bring up my kids a lot because I miss them. They're in Marietta, so that's like an hour from me driving.
Okay. Why don't you have custody?
I don't have custody because I couldn't afford a lawyer, because I'm a Black woman and I look 10 years younger than I am. And my children's father, he's a white dude. His family got him a full legal team and they just railroaded me in the courthouse.
But like, don't they have to prove that like you're like an unfit mom or something?
Actually, no, they could just go off the technicalities.
Okay, and then what were the technicalities there?
Well, initially when the proceedings started, it was all about filing paperwork. So anytime I went to file my court documents, it was online and it would get rejected saying it's improperly styled. That could just mean that the title's wrong. That could mean that the date is on the left side instead of the right side. Stuff like that. And then, let me see. At one point, I took my kids to LA and I started a new life there. I got 2 jobs and I got us our own apartment.
Okay.
And my ex filed as soon as I left the state of Georgia. So at one point, his lawyer got the judge to make some sort of arrangement saying that my kids would go back and forth, go back to Georgia and be with their dad for a couple of months and then be back with me. And the last time they had gone to Georgia, they came back with scars. They were saying crazy stuff that just was not sitting right with me. All these types of things. So I figured out how I wanted to word it and present it, but I did it, I guess it was too late. I'm not really sure. But by the time that I sent in this document, his lawyer said that I was violating the court, or in contempt. That's the word. They said I was in contempt of court. I didn't respect the court and I had no intentions of bringing my children back. So they just used all these types of things against me instead of being able to prove that I'm an unfit mother. And then they also took, like I was posting GoFundMe's. I had been posting GoFundMe's before court because I needed a car at one point for my kids. And, you know, I had 2 under 2. So I needed a car for my kids, stroller, be able to get groceries, go get a job, that type of thing. So I had that GoFundMe running for a while. And then once I had a car, I posted a GoFundMe about court because I needed a lawyer. So his lawyer tried to make it seem like I was just money hungry and I didn't care about my kids at all. And at our final hearing, I never got to present my case to the judge at all. So I don't know what his view of me was, why he ruled the way that he did. But he was extremely rude to me and just gave my kids to this abusive dude. And my ex is a meth addict too. So
Come on, man.
And like he's been to rehab multiple times. It's all, there's paperwork. He's been in and out of jail. So why he has custody to this day, I'm confused. I'm just like,
yo.
Dating is the same. I don't want to repeat that. So I'm taking my time. I'm like,
how did you pick that guy though? Like, how did you pick a white meth addict? Like, how did you meet him? Like, what happened?
I met him at his job. He was working at a coffee shop. He seemed respectable and presentable. And he was in college at the time too. So I'm up here thinking, okay, he has all these green flags, you know? But actually he was all hyper focused because he would take Adderall all the time. And I didn't find that out until I was pregnant and we were living together. And I would question him, like, what's this pill doing on top of the fireplace? What is this? Is this ecstasy? Like, what is this? Because I don't do drugs. So all of this was just finding out one thing after another. And then same with alcohol too.
Okay. How long were you dating him before you guys moved in together?
Dating him. So here's the timeline. I think I met him in like June or so.
Okay.
Then we started hanging out around August, but we were dating in November.
Okay.
And by the time January came around, I found out I was pregnant.
Okay. Okay. And then after that one, you had another one by him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it sounds crazy, but so when we were living together while I was pregnant the first time, he started drinking, and I was thinking this is his first time drinking ever, you know. So I just watched him slowly progress, like this downward spiral of being drunk once a week to every other day to every day to all day, you know. And then he started getting violent and stuff while he was drinking. So I moved out. And then I moved back in with my parents, and he came to my mom's house for like a week straight and pleaded with me. He said he changed. He had all these epiphanies. He would never drink again. He's sober. And I believed him. So I moved back into our place, and he was sweet for, I'd say, like 2 solid weeks. And then after that, he was just like a nightmare. But it was just like a very, like the last guy was saying, toxic relationship. So it was very up and down, and where he would do the whole gaslighting, manipulative thing, and then try to be extremely sweet to make up for how awful he had treated me, just like reel me back in. And when he apologized, I would believe him. So that's how I ended up pregnant the second time. But even with that pregnancy, that's how I ended up pregnant the second time, or just with him again.
Do you think because that white boy had resources is why she lost the kid? Or could it have been because she didn't file the paperwork the right way? I know lawyers are shady and like we don't have resources, but what really happened? What really happened? Was it on her or like was it on them? Because this is nasty work. This is dirty work right here. This is beyond belief. I try to get her to take accountability here for picking these men, but yo, like that's not even the big part. The big part is, yo, she gotta pay child support to a drug addict. That's the part. That's the part. Yo, you guys take a listen. Leave it in the comments, man. Leave it in the comments if you think this is crazy. Like, does this really happen? Like, I'm having a hard time believing this stuff really happens. You've attracted now to alcoholics. Like, how is your selection process? Like, just because it's not fair to you or it's not fair to the like next guy, right? Because even now, like your outlook on like dating is probably like, why even do it? Because of your past situations. But like also you have to take some of the responsibility, right? And actually be like, what am I doing wrong? Like, how are you picking these guys?
Well, everybody who is around my age or a couple years younger, a couple years older, they seem to be.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 34.
Okay.
So my child's father, he's 2 years younger, and then the last dude I dated, he was like 2 or 3 years older than me.
Okay.
But it seems like they're all into escapism. So if everybody I've met, like all my peers, they're either drug addicts or they're alcoholics or they're video game people. Like they're all into escaping real life. And that's what makes it really, like, when I say values, I think that all ties in together. So instead of trying to fix the problem and help Earth or fix yourself, be healthy, be mindful, I haven't met anybody who's willing to stay in reality long enough to get anything done. In the past, I tried those dating apps like OkCupid and stuff.
Yeah. And
those didn't work out at all. You know, it was just like more flings came with that than anything. But when I meet people organically, it's like we might talk for a couple days at the very most until I block them or until we just stop talking to each other. You
are 34. What's it going to look like at 44? Like, do you plan on like being in a relationship, or are you still kind of like, if it happens, it happens, but I'm okay by myself? Because you'll be 44, you'll be kind of out of the like being able to have any more children. Your like kids will be grown, like 17, so you might have a little more freedom that way. But like, what does life look like in 10 years?
In 10 years, well, I'm planning on getting my children ASAP.
Okay.
The worst case scenario is in 10 years, I'll finally be off child support.
Wait.
So I'll be free.
Wait.
Yeah.
You were going to be off receiving child support. Well, no, giving child support.
Correct.
Wait, so you were paying out child support now?
I mean, when I could afford to, but I'm honestly not able to afford to. So right now, my license is suspended. So maybe in 10 years, I'll have my license again.
Wow.
Like, for real, like that.
I've been hearing this word over and over, partnership. I want to be in a partnership. Yo, fellas, when a woman says she wants to be in a partnership, yo, take that as a red flag. Take that as the ultimate red flag. If you're looking for a traditional wife, the partnership is a no-no. It's not even in the same spectrum. Like when they say partnership, they're trying to be on the same plane, right? And they're trying to be on the same plane. But the plane that we need to be on is God, man, woman, and child, right? That's the plane. And as the man, we are protecting, we are providing over our family, right? Over our child, over our wife, right? So when they talk partnership, they are pretty much disregarding all of that. They don't care about the hierarchy. They don't care about the structure. They're just like, look, we're in this 50-50, which is fine for some people. But if you're looking for a traditional wife, if you're looking for like a wife that's going to be led, when you hear partnership, yo, it's not a misspoken word. It's not like they had accidentally said it. Like a lot of guys are like, oh, you mean a marriage. Nah, they mean a partnership. It's not the same thing. Not even close.
All they see is this. All they see is the physical. All they do is objectify me. So I'm not interested in being an object. And frankly, it's like most guys who are looking for a partnership or a wife or a girlfriend. They're looking for a slave. They're looking for somebody to cook, clean, and fuck. And I'm just not with that lifestyle.
So like you were saying, you wouldn't be in a relationship where like the like guy is actually taking care of all the like money, all of the finances, all of that, and then all he like wants is a square meal and then spending time with his wife. That's not something you would be willing to do.
All he wants, you make it seem like it's such a light task. It's not.
Like let's say it's us, right? And like we are out dating and then I'm out making money, make sure rent is paid. I can afford an attorney that can actually help you get your like kids back. So like we are taking care of that. And then all I ask of you is like I already know most of your days is going to be spent trying to save the like forest and whatnot, which is cool because I don't need you doing anything else. But like I would like to come home and have my meals, and then I would love to spend time with my beautiful black woman. That's a no-go for you?
Well, I have dreams and aspirations outside of forestry.
Okay.
So whoever my partner is going to have to understand, make space for that too. So maybe
Okay.
4 days out of the week, I'm in the studio, I'm working on albums, I'm gardening, I'm with my kids, I'm doing science stuff, like I'm inventing stuff. I don't know. I
So
would love
like,
to. I would love to come home to a home cooked meal. I would
okay.
love to come home to part of the house clean. That's a partnership. It's like it's 7 days in the week. Do your share 3.5 days. I'll do my
Okay.
share 3.5 days.
So like you aren't looking for like a husband at all. You were looking for like someone that can help share share in the bills and then help facilitate your growth in life.
Mm, I would like companionship and partnership. That's it.
What is your definition of companionship though? Because like animals give you companionship. Like what do you mean? Right? Yo, it's like animals give you companionship.
Um, like a soulmate, just a best friend slash soulmate. I had one before, but he got shot and killed. So I don't know if there's another one out there, to be honest.
Yo,
But it would be nice to have that again.
I just don't like this segment one bit. One bit. Like there's no accountability still being taken. I'm only trying to get 5% accountability now, y'all. I'm trying to talk to her about marriage, but to her, marriage is slavery, right? Cook, clean, sex. It's all slavery. It don't look good. She don't even want to be considered the prize, y'all. She don't want to even be considered the prize. So these are things you kind of have to think about because if you don't hear it, like if you don't see it, you won't think there was somebody out here that's actually thinking like this.
All they see is this. All they see is the physical. All they do is objectify me. So I'm not interested in being. I'm not interested in being an object. And frankly, it's like most guys who are looking for a partnership or a wife or a girlfriend, they're looking for a slave. They're looking for somebody to cook, clean, and fuck. And I'm just not with that lifestyle.
So like you were saying, you wouldn't be in a relationship where like the like guy is actually taking care of all the like money, all of the finances, all of that, and then all he like wants is a square meal and then spending time with his wife. That's not something you would be willing to do.
All he wants, you make it seem like it's such a light task. It's not.
Like let's say it's us, right? And like we are out dating and then I'm out making money, make sure rent is paid. I can afford an attorney that can actually help you get your like kids back. So like we are taking care of that. And then all I ask of you is like I already know most of your days is going to be spent trying to save the like forest and whatnot, which is cool because I don't need you doing anything else. But like I would like to come home and have my meals, and then I would love to spend time with my beautiful black woman. That's a no-go for you?
Well, I have dreams and aspirations outside of forestry.
Okay.
So whoever my partner is going to have to understand, make space for that too. So maybe
Okay.
4 days out of the week, I'm in the studio, I'm working on albums, I'm gardening, I'm with my kids, I'm doing science stuff. Like I'm inventing stuff. I don't know. I
So
would love
like,
to. I would love to come home to a home cooked meal. I would love
okay,
to come home to part of the house clean. That's a partnership. It's like it's 7 days in the week. Do your share 3.5 days. I'll do my
okay.
share 3.5 days.
So like, you aren't looking for like a husband at all. You were looking for like someone that can help share share in the bills and then help facilitate your growth in life.
Mm, I would like companionship and partnership. That's it.
What is your definition of companionship though? Because like, animals give you companionship. Like, what do you mean? Right? Yo, it's like animals give you companionship.
Um, like a soulmate, just a best friend slash soulmate. I had one before, but he got shot and killed. So I don't know if there's another one out there, to be honest.
Yo,
But it would be nice to have that again.
with your three past serious relationships,
Mhm.
one got killed. I mean, one got shot and then died, right?
Mhm.
The other one is a meth addict,
Mhm.
and the third one is he homeless again? But he's a drunkard. But is he homeless again, or is he not
I don't
homeless?
speak to him anymore.
Okay, so like, do you think you were picking wrong a little bit?
Um, was I picking wrong? I
Yeah,
don't know. I need to figure
yeah.
that out because it's like they only show me what they want me to see.
Well, look, right. This is the
Yeah.
accountability part of our conversation, right? This is
Yeah.
the hardest part. This is the hardest part in that, like, in that you have picked three very wrong. Well, I don't know if the first one was wrong, but like they don't last, and something happens to them. Is it them or is it you? Because if it's them, well, then that means it's everyone in the world. But if it's you, that's a good thing because that means that you can change something about you or like what you are attracting from like what has happened in the past so that you can be better prepared for the future so that you won't repeat that same mistake. So like I asked again, like, what have you learned and then what was your fault? Because even if 95% of it was the meth addict's fault or like the homeless person's fault, even though that one I can't give them 95%, 5% of it still has to be yours. So what did you do in those relationships which you think you can change so that in the future with the next person, which is going to be hard, right? Because now you are going to have your kids back and you already said it's your kids. So that means it's not going to be his kids. It's not going to be you guys kids as a family, but it's going to be your kids and he's going to play like a part in that. So it's a two-part question really, but it's more of what have you seen in yourself that you can change that'll make you like a better prize, right?
Better tries.
I mean, you like want to be a prize, like y'all like women are so crazy nowadays. Like a prize is a good thing. Everybody wants to win a prize. The prize is to be caught, but it's like no, I'm not a prize. I'm a win. He like wants to feel as though he has won something. Like yes, everybody wanted her, but she's mine. That's my prize. So it's not like
Men
a
prizes?
huh.
Are men prizes too?
I would think so. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you have heard of the like high value men and how everybody wants to catch that guy, wants to catch a good guy, but like really wants to catch a rich guy. Like that's a prize. And it's okay when like women say it, but it's like even when I say prize, like the like that might rub some people in the wrong way, and it's not even meant that way. But it's like nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it just depends on what you mean because I'm thinking about the old school definition.
What is the old school definition?
Cook, clean, nice
Yo, but hold
presentation.
on. Look, I cook, I clean, I fuck.
7 days a week, though. A woman is expected to cook and clean
Who
seven
is
days
telling
a
you
week.
this?
That's the old school definition.
Well, no,
Leave
because
it to
where?
me.
Okay, where have you seen this outside of like Cinderella or something?
Outside
Where have you actually seen it?
My mom.
Okay, so that is the relationship she had or she has now.
Yeah, when my parents were married, my dad brought in, well, both of them worked at one point in time, but there were several years when my dad only worked and my mother was expected to cook every day, clean every day. Even when she had a job, she was expected to still cook every day, clean every
Okay.
day, take care of the kids. And he did, to me, he did nothing. He was just a lazy ass bum. Like in the house,
Well, okay,
he didn't clean shit, you know?
okay. Did he pay a lot of bills? Did he make sure you guys went to school and all that?
I mean, he paid bills, but like I feel like they both paid bills when they both worked. So even sit around the house doing nothing and not acknowledge the kids, etc., when both of y'all work 5 days out the week, that's some trifling behavior to me. But to him, he's just being a man, and that was the
Okay.
norm.
Okay. Won't let him discipline the children, so then what good is he? Yo, these are all things you guys have to see. You guys have to see this clip. This clip got me so heated. There's like so many different subjects in this one clip alone that it's overwhelming. But yo, look, leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments what y'all see. Is that man gonna be able to discipline your children?
That's a strong word. I actually need to figure out what discipline means because
So So an example is like one of your daughters does like bad in school and like he's like, yo, like after this you were going to bed, you were grounded, and that whole Disney World fairy princess thing we were gonna do on Saturday, we aren't doing it.
no, because first of all, why aren't we figuring out what my child is struggling with in school and why?
Wait,
It's not that big of a deal. School's a scam.
hold on.
So any dude that I'm with needs to know this already and be on the same page with me.
Yo, school
Like
can
if
be a
anything,
scam, but like
if anything,
school still teaches structure and it teaches discipline and it teaches pecking order. You don't have to take anything else from it.
yeah,
Um
I can order. That's about it.
Yeah, but like you are even saying if like she gets in trouble and it's clearly look, she like slapped some girl because some girl stepped on her shoe. Um and like you were saying, okay, well it's not that big a deal, but then he is saying it has to be this way and she's on punishment. Like are you going to say, okay, baby, or like are you gonna have to discuss it
I would
further
never
with him?
go for that. Those are my kids.
Oh,
But at
okay.
the same time, whoever I'm in a partnership with, I would assume we would have kids together. So we should discuss discipline, how we feel about children, how we feel about punishment, that type of thing, way ahead of time, way before children are even thought of.
Okay. And then you were like, those are your kids, right? But
The ones
then
that are here now, yeah, those
yeah.
are my kids.
So then he has no say so in how they are raised unless
No,
you are on board with it.
he can give his opinion, but he can't make any decisions about my children. No.
Okay. So and I'm gonna wrap it up with this then. So then why would any man of value want to be with you? If like they aren't getting anything out of it outside of sex every now and then. But like right? Just because it don't seem like you be even giving it out like that. Honestly, I don't know, but like you be holding tight to that thing. So it's like why would any man of value want to be with that, right? Because he like doesn't clearly have any say so as far as setting structure unless he's proven it over time. He he isn't really going to get all of your cooperation from you because you already want to do what you want to do. So and then he like can't enforce discipline on your children, meaning your like daughters aren't never going to see him as their father anyway. So like he is taking on all of this financial responsibility, and what is he getting out of it? That's what I was asking.
He would have to be in love with me. But why would he be taking on all this financial responsibility when I said I want a partner? Because in my mind, that's we're splitting bills equally. We're both bringing money into the house. What's
Okay.
he taking on?
Okay. So what are you earning ballpark like yearly now? Like more than 100?
Huh?
What are you earning yearly? Like more than 100K?
No,
Okay, more than 50K?
I make nothing. I don't even know my yearly earnings.
Okay.
I just know
So
my hourly, but it's not a lot.
okay. So then how are you guys going to split bills 50-50? Because if you bring someone else in that like isn't making any money, then what are you guys really doing?
I mean, I make enough to afford a 1 or 2 bedroom house, and I
Okay.
would assume that this guy does too.
Okay. So then he like really doesn't have to make that much money.
No, he doesn't have to. It would be nice, like just like it would be nice if I level up and get a better job or get different
Mm.
gigs and opportunities over
Okay.
time. It would be nice, but it's
Okay.
not a requirement.
Okay. So if a guy was making like 50K, that's enough for you.
That doesn't. You gotta break that down into hours for me to understand, or like
Okay.
month.
That's $25 an hour.
Yeah, that's fine. That's sufficient.
Okay. What about $20 an hour?
No, it has to be at least 22, honestly,
Okay.
because of inflation.
So that like puts them around 44K a year, which is what the like average black man makes around there anyway. So yeah. And you would be fine with the man making at least that much.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. We are doing this every single day, Monday through Friday, until further notice. I like it, man. And I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Y'all can hit me up at AdiImpossible.com. I got Dating by Adi. It's for the ladies. Yo, ladies are going out. They are meeting nice, high value men. They're, they're meeting nice, high value men. I set up 4 Valentine's dates this week alone. I'll probably set up another 4. So if you're out there, you know what I mean? Some of this stuff that I'm saying, you can work with it because this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm putting the right guys with the right women. It ain't just about everybody coming, everybody going on a date. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. If you have the right value, then I have the right person for you. And that's how we're going to go. And that's how we're going to get it. Out of the impossible. One.